Okay, so now third identity is a little bit different from the first and the second one. The third identities say if I have two brackets, the first bracket is a plus b and the second bracket is a minus b. These two brackets, when being multiplied, they give us an answer of a square minus b square. This is identity number 3, and you can clearly see that there is no uh, middle term in this identity. There are three terms in the identity, first and second identity, but there are only two terms in this third identity: square of the first term minus square of the second term. The proof, I can multiply these two brackets, and in order to multiply these two brackets I have to split the first bracket. I will write a minus b, then plus b, and again a minus b, and this a and a becomes a square, and this a minus b becomes ab. This a and plus b, ab, this plus and minus will become minus, and b multiplied by b becomes b square. Since these two are like terms and they are exactly same and their sign are opposite, so these two will be cancelled out, and my final answer will become a square minus b square. So you can clearly see that there is no middle term in the third identity. The third identity says if I have two brackets, a plus b and a minus b, you have to make sure then a on both sides should be same. The term present over here should be present over here. Both terms should be like, and the both second terms should also be like. The only difference between these two brackets will be the sign. You can write minus first and you can write plus on the second bracket, it doesn't matter, but you can't change these two terms. If the first term, these two first terms should be exactly same, and these two second terms should also be exactly same. The only difference between these two brackets will be of the sign. So if you have these two types of bracket, you can write these two as square of the first term minus square of the last term. You don't have to add the middle term. You can clearly see that the middle term cancelled out. For example, I have a question over here. The question says 2 plus 3x 2 minus 3x. First of all, my question is that is this identity number 3, yes or no? Since I have 2 over here and I have 2 over here as well, both the first terms are same. My second term is 3x and my second term is also 3x. The only difference between these two brackets is that there is plus in the first bracket and there is negative in the second bracket. You can also write this question like this. Again, I am asking you the same question. Is this third identity or not? 3x is present as the first term and 3x is also here as the first term. Then I have 2 as my second term and I have 2 as my second term. The only difference between these two brackets is that there is a minus sign in the first bracket and there is a negative sign. These two are exactly identity number 3, and I can clearly write this. My identity number 3 says square of the first term. My first term is 2 and square of 2 will become 4. Then I will use this negative sign and then square of the last term. My second term is 3x and 3x square means square of 3 is 9 and square of x is x square. If you can't do directly, you can use one more step. It doesn't matter. Now applying identity number 3 over here as well. Square of the first term, my first term is 3x, so I will write 3x and then whole square. I am making an extra step just to make it sure that I can't do any mistakes. Then I will use a negative sign because identity says there is a negative sign, and then square of the second term. My second term is 2 and I will write 2 whole square. 3 square is 9, x square is x square, and then this negative sign, and 2 square is 4. So this was the question, and I used identity number 3 in order to solve this question.